There's a lot of trouble getting me up here. I should just walk up. So Toastmasters, Lloyd, there are so many things that Lloyd does right when he's speaking. I could spend easily the full 3 minutes talking about him and only scratch the surface. The content of this speech was awesome and relevant because we're coming up to a district conference, so in a way he's kind of encouraging all of us, I think, to show up there and see this triangle of space on the stage, and you know, is anybody going to do this, and use the audience. So I think that was a very well-picked topic, and I hope to see everybody there. This is going to be the first one I'm going to, so let's do something special here. We can create something special with this culture. Thanks to Lloyd, we're a long way along on that process. Humor, great. I love the very few men wear high heels. It slips them in there so fast, and it's fantastic. Stories, a lot of stories. I want to talk about body language as well, because this is an area that Lloyd does well, but I think he also can take it to a whole nother level, in my opinion. So one thing I like about the way Lloyd comes up here is a lot of times he'll fix his feet pretty squarely, which doesn't allow a lot of fidgeting. Someone told me once, if you have your feet open, which is like most of us like to stand when we're in the supermarket aisle or whatever, it allows us to kind of go like this. And we like to see big and still and open, actually, when we're watching the speaker. So this exposed body language, someone told me too, is something that we like to see. And that's an area that I think Lloyd could practice on, because a lot of times I see the default arms in this position instead of either down or open. Tonight there were a lot of gestures that were outside the shoulders, which is good. But the default position would be something to keep in mind. Try down at the sides, in my opinion. Not much fidgeting at all. The only little fidget I noticed was a turn of the ring occasionally, maybe 2 or 3 times during the speech. Another thing I like about Lloyd's speaking and his body language is, by default, his eyes go down instead of up. We all have our things that we do when we're not making correct eye contact with people, or when we're thinking. And I sometimes will think, look at the ceiling, and that's a clear giveaway that I'm grasping for what the next thing to say is, or but Lloyd's eyes go down, and that is a much better option if you're not making those connections with your audience members. Think about that. Another thing he does really well. We're so lucky, I'm so lucky to be in a club with Lloyd. I just wanted to say thank you for everything you bring here, not only as a speaker, but as a leader and behind the scenes organizer of this club. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to listen to you speak.